Greetings, adventurers, and welcome to the Adventure Incorporated podcast. I am your dungeon master, Anthony Reed. This is episode 190, and it is another step along the path of enchantment. As always, I want to thank our patrons at patreon.com/Adventure Inc. who make this show possible. Patrons like Winton, Mary, Sean, David, Andrew. Without their support, we would not be able to do the cool things we get to do with this show. They have really made this something that is sustainable and something we can keep doing to provide the show for free for all of you. If you get value out of the show and you want to give a little value back, head over to patreon.com/Adventure Inc. and become a patron today. There's cool stuff there for you, and you will like it. You won't regret it. It'll live forever in your heart as a thing you're glad you did, I'm sure. I got a couple of quick things to let you guys know, to make you aware of. Rob, who plays Asher, he was recently on Anachronismo, which is a fun podcast that you should go and check out, with friend of the show, Max Kreisky, who does it's like a weird history thing. You got to go check it out. So go check out Anachronismo and hear Rob with him there. Also, Mike and Steph, Jebeddo and Jennuvera, they were recently on a show called the Super Geeked Up Improv Podcast, so go check Super Geeked Up out. They have the two of them on there, and they apparently had a blast as well. So we're running out, we're doing things. You want to get more of us, that's the way you can do it. You can check out some cool shows that are friends of ours. All right, that's all I've got. Let's get started. Nobles and farmers, knights and wenches, gather round to hear a tale of excitement and mystery. Brave adventurers facing grave dangers. Keth, the fighter monk.
Like, usually when you bring people back from the dead in books, it turns out really bad.
That's just to sell more books.
Jebeddo, the rogue.
God, it's so good to see something positive happen. God, I'm so glad to be back home. You know, let's make sure we get Clug fixed up, then we'll have 2 under our belts. This is awesome.
Jennuvera, the sorcerer. Jennuvera, you are a powerful sorcerer capable of very strong magics.
Oh, this is the first time someone acknowledges how good I am at magic and convict me of a fucking crime? What the shit?
Gillik, the paladin warlock.
Can we find you, like, something else to tap into instead?
Yeah.
What, give it 4 levels of warlock? Are you shitting me?
And Asher, the druid barbarian.
Asher, like, puts his hand on Jebeddo's shoulder. This is the most affectionate you've ever seen Asher.
Prepare yourselves, for this is the tale of Adventure Incorporated. We are up to Asher.
Oh boy. So I see the ship just, like, get mauled.
Yeah, it gets smashed. The creature's broken the surface. Its body is now above the inky water, but it has smashed its beak into the hull that is now taking on water on the ship.
I can see the creature's eyes.
Yeah.
I would like to punch those eyes as an air elemental.
You'd like to punch it in the eyes?
Yeah. It's a tender spot, I assume.
Okay, you're disadvantaged to punch it in the eyes.
Okay, I just punch it in the eye area, and if...
Just punch it.
I punch it. I'm gonna punch it. I make 2 slam attacks as an air elemental. Boom.
Punch it, Chewie.
Ooh! 1 is a natural 20.
Dune reference.
Let's go.
That one you get in the eye.
Yeah, I do.
But like
and
a bird, you know, like when they puff wind in your eye at the optometrist?
Yeah. Oh, it's the
You're just
worst.
like, ugh. It's like blinking rapidly.
And then the other one is a 12. Which I assume does not
That
hit.
one does not hit, no.
No, so...
That's like when you're walking on a windy day.
So it's max damage plus 2 whatever else, right?
Max damage, and then roll the dice.
So max damage is 21
And then
plus...
add modifiers.
21 plus 9
Bless you.
Do I double the
Bless you.
bonus or no? Like the plus
You
whatever?
don't double the bonus, no.
So 30 damage. Just
Yeah,
air
nice.
fist. And then the water elemental tries to punch it also.
Still blinded.
Tries to follow the sound, however, of the screech and the I'm sure
Roll
it's
a
still
disadvantage.
but it does it. It sure does. It misses.
Anthony, at least you have a lot of places to line these recordings up tonight.
What do you mean?
Why?
You just both said disadvantage at the same time.
Oh,
There's been a lot of that happening.
God
Yeah.
damn it. The water elemental rolls an 8 and a 17?
17 does not do it.
Ugh.
The awkward thing is that because of internet lag, even though they sound identical to everyone on this call, they will not be identical on the actual recordings.
That's awful.
That is awful.
Huh.
Hopefully
trying
with
to
my
predict what they're saying now.
You're going to have to tell us who started the jokes first.
it will no, you'll just have to listen to the episode because I'm not going to change it.
Ooh. So we'll never know.
Well done.
That's a good bit. Keth, it's your turn.
Hold on. Mike the player needs to just prepare.
Oh, he's
I
drinking
I
his
wasn't
grog.
watching. Oh, okay. Oh my god.
He's still not watching. Kira!
Yeah.
Anthony, don't watch. Alcohol's involved.
Yeah,
Alright.
you're not paying for this on the show.
That's right. You're right.
Sponsored by Kraken.
Yes.
The fuck? There's nothing to hit, right? No, there's an eye.
Yeah, I mean, it is above water. The body of the Kraken is above water. It is down like at the level of the water, so you would have to like leap off the boat to do that.
What's hanging off the boat that Keth, if he jumps off and lands on the Kraken successfully, that would know that's hanging off the boat?
I mean, you could throw a line. There's plenty of
I like
rope
that.
tied to the boat, so you could throw a
Yeah,
line.
there's rope ladders, and there are a couple of anchors that have been dropped so that we can fight this thing without floating
Dope.
away.
Dope.
No,
Keth,
You know.
no anchors and no rope ladders. I'm saying there's ropes tied to the deck or to the.
There are a couple of steel ladders on the back side
Right.
that lead to the diving board. You know
You're
what
right,
I mean?
You're right.
Real
Yeah.
question: how close is it to the actual anchor to drop?
The outboard prop is just in the water. The anchor is it's on the way back of it, so you're
bummer.
kind of far away from that.
all right, Keth's like tired of not being effective. So he's gonna run. As he runs, he grabs a rope that he knows is tied to something, jumps off, and tries to clearly he has the redeemers which he picked up along the way. And
Like I said, you
tries to
probably
jump-
kept your weapons with you.
Yeah, but like he's doing this all at the same time. And jumping off and trying to jump down to attack the Kraken.
Okay. So we'll even take that one step further, and you've got like one hand, you've wrapped the rope around your arm and have gone down with both redeemers. So you've basically just
Right.
free jumped out to slam down into the Kraken below.
I like it. I feel like it's in quarterstaff form.
So, okay. Make an acrobatics check for this.
That rules.
All right. Fuck. 4.
Okay.
That's bad.
That's fine. This was to see if you got advantage on the roll.
Cool.
So you leap off. You don't really get any sort of leverage out of this. You just jump down. You land on the back of the Kraken, and you're now standing like on its, well, I guess the top of its head.
Yeah, he's gonna like swing down with all his might.
Make an attack roll.
24.
24 hits.
Yes. Excellent. And he's gonna use a. Ooh, he doesn't have his gauntlets. Cool. So he will swing and hit him with his quarterstaff. 15 damage.
Okay.
And then he's gonna just like continue to just like swing and just both hands just swinging the quarterstaff and trying to hit him.
Okay.
25 to hit.
Okay.
12 damage. And same thing again. 21 to hit.
Hits.
12 damage again. And he's going to spend a point of key to just I guess he's going to elbow.
Trip it.
Trying to knock it prone.
Okay.
30 to hit.
30 hits.
7 damage. And second flurry of blows. 20 to hit. Unnatural. And 8 damage.
Okay. Gebeddo, it's your turn. So you can hear screaming coming from the deck below you as water is rushing to fill the hold.
Oh, sure. I forgot that we're sinking this boat. Gebeddo doesn't have anything to do for that. So he's going to just go ahead and fire off another one of these spears into
the
Kraken.
Proficiency.
So here's my question, because the Kraken just came up and like took a bite out of the boat, right? It's super close.
Mm-hmm.
Is it close enough to be like I can't fucking miss yet?
No, I think you can always miss. Just like you're capable. Oh, you could fire into the wood and just miss that way, right? Like the guy next to you did. That idiot.
Sure. Okay.
I think you can always miss, but
so that is of course the one time I don't actually need it. 21 plus 4 is 25 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Great. What damage does a gigantic harpoon launcher do?
Roll 4d10.
Oh, that's decent.
Maybe.
You're right. It's at least 4. 3. 31.
You fire off this long harpoon that sinks deep into the back of the Kraken. Blood and ichor starts spraying out of the back where the wound hits for 38 damage.
Oh, shit.
Whew. Cool. That was decent.
Wow.
And it lets out another scream. Gillik, it's your turn. Some of the arms have started to come up again.
Gillik's going to cast Fly.
Okay.
But that's going to have to be my action for the round. He's going to cast Fly, and then
You still have a
fly
move,
up
though, right?
Yeah, so I can fly up like above, like to. I guess I got 60 feet of movement, so I want to try to just stay just above where the tentacles don't seem to be able to reach me.
Okay. Yeah, perfect. There are no tentacles, so yeah, you're
Perfect. Yes.
you're within
You're
arms.
so mad about
Sadly,
that.
you're within arm's reach.
Curses.
Okay, no, I understand. That's fine. Horton starts shouting more commands. He's trying to get. He's like, we need to get down there and patch up that hole. Where's Jacques? And Jacques pops up and he says, I am on it, Captain, and runs down below deck. The pirates fire off some harpoons. They're horrible harpoonists. And then the archers fire some arrows. They're phenomenal archers. So 17 damage total from the archers.
Did you just call them pirates again?
No, I said archers.
No, before that.
I don't know.
The pirate.
That would be ridiculous.
That
We'll
would
never
be
know.
ridiculous.
Okay. Jennuvera, it's your turn.
So wait, when I hit this thing with the harpoon, that's when it looked bloody.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Jennuvera casts Synaptic Static.
Okay.
So that is a intelligence save.
Oh my god. It rolls so poorly on intelligence saves against you. It has a plus 13 intelligence saving throw.
Wow.
It's rolled a 3 both times.
Holy shit.
And where it rolled so poorly, I let you have it. So,
No, I appreciate that.
yeah, you do it again.
Okay. So it is going to take... Hold on. $39 damage.
Woof. Yeah, you crackle off this synaptic static, and the creature's mind is ripped and torn again as another shriek it releases from the creature.
And then it dies.
No. Clouds begin to form again above.
Wait,
another.
holy butt
Right.
face. Okay. I hit it with over 100 damage. Well before Gebetto hit it with Jesus, Mary and Joseph.
Yup.
Yeah, it's a big old honking boy. It's not.
Where's the yup guy?
Where's Yup guy?
Another the thunder clouds begin to form again. One of the lightning bolts cracks through the air, tearing within inches of Gillik. So Gillik, roll a dex saving throw, but this one is also heading to Jennuvera. So the bolt is cracking through both of you. Another tries to crack toward the air elemental Asher.
Cool.
And one tries to crack at the mast of the ship.
Does the mast of the ship get a?
There's like I'm gonna do a percentile.
Oh.
Which the mast of the ship it doesn't arcs through the air and just kills one of the archers on deck
Oh.
instantly.
Rip.
So everyone else make dex. Well, not Keth or Gebetto. Make dex saving throws.
Dex. Okay, that was what I was curious.
18.
I rolled a 19.
Also 18.
18, 18, and 19.
Yep.
Okay. So everyone takes 10 damage from lightning.
Cool. I have resistance to lightning, so do I?
So you take 5.
But I passed, right? Or no?
No. You take 10 because you passed.
Oh, cool. So I take 5. Thank you. Gotcha.
Next up, the Kraken actually gets to make its moves now. That was just its legendary actions. The Kraken arms begin to swing again. One tries to grab onto Keth. It wraps itself around you, Keth. Dealing
Bless you.
Plus.
Thank you.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Dealing 15 bludgeoning damage. Give me a strength check to escape.
Okay. Natural 20.
Nice. It tries to grasp you, and you wriggle out and press, just slide right through its tentacle or army grasp, and are back out on its head. It makes another attack at you.
Yeah. It's probably mad.
Yeah. It wraps its another tentacle around you.
Oh, shit.
Arm.
Damn.
Yep, you're right. It's got some small tentacles on its head that it might be using, but it's not. It is another arm. You're correct.
Yeah, it uses its fist.
Yeah. So that one deals 11 damage, bludgeoning.
Okay.
Make another strength check.
Let's get it. That came out of the bin. Hold on. 19.
Okay. Yeah, once again, you slide, you push your way out between two wraps of the arm. You just break the suction on the arm and push your way out. It seems furious. The third arm crashes up, tries to actually smash out Gebeddo on his harpoon. So the arm bursts in through the wooden wall of the ship and flops around inside the boat, knocking one of the harpoon launchers off track, but
No.
it wasn't doing anything anyway. And then it slides back out. Asher, it's your turn.
Cool. More tornado boy. And now I just imagine he's has some lightning still crackling through him, so he looks really cool. And he makes 2 slam attacks. Him being me. That'll be a 18 and a 17.
The 18 hits.
Oof. 14 damage. And then the water elemental... Oh, wait, sorry. 15 damage. My bad. The water elemental, very tired of attacking it blind, surfaces so that it's no longer in the ink, and because it can see the thing.
And it's actually sucked up some of the ink, so it's this
just like
dark,
this big
inky
black
mass.
sludgy mass.
Yeah.
And it just starts punching the squid.
Okay.
A 17 and a 25.
Nice.
The 25 hits.
So 20 damage. No, that's not right. Math. 18 damage. Gosh, sorry.
Okay. Next up is Keth.
Can Keth maneuver himself so that he has a direct line of sight to the inside of the Kraken's mouth?
Whew, okay. Yes. So you could swing down from the top of the head and position yourself to be basically standing on the beak of the creature.
All right. He would like to do that.
Okay.
And then he wants to fire a chromatic orb inside the Kraken.
Okay.
Of fire.
Okay.
So attack or okay, cool. This could be good. 16 to hit.
16 does not hit. So you fire the magic forward, and it just doesn't seem to have any sort of impact on the creature.
he wants to keep position himself out of danger. Can he maneuver himself to not be where he is?
You would have to make a athletics check.
I'll try to do that. 18.
Okay. Yeah, you scramble back up onto the top of the Kraken.
He's like, whew.
Okay, Gebeddo, it's your turn.
Great. As my assistant is getting ready to load the spear into the spear shooter, Gebeddo is going to really quickly strap the induction grenade onto the end of the spear.
Yeah.
So that when he fires, it'll hit the Kraken and then explode.
Okay.
So let's see. Is a 19 gonna hit?
Yes.
Yes. So the induction grenade.
Well, so
does...
roll the. I think it's actually going to harpoon into the creature, and the induction grade's going to explode inside.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Cool.
give me the harpoon first.
This harpoon actually doesn't hurt as much. It does 18 damage.
Is that with the 7?
No.
So 25?
That's without. Sure.
Okay. Great.
And then Jaws-like, right? Now the bomb is inside the... Yeah.
Oh no!
Wow.
Keth's nervous.
Let's see. This does 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, and then 42, 48, 49 extra points of damage.
Woo.
Nice.
The creature rears back its head. Keth, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
He's so good at these. He got a 4.
You are launched into the ocean, into the inky black morass that exists around this creature, and you
So
Does he
instantly
skip across the surface?
yeah, twice, and then drops into the water, and it instantly disappears in the
Does Gillik
darkness.
see where he went?
Roughly. The creature gives a huge shout and sprays acidic bile all over the side of the ship. And then starts to rear back, tries to wrap its arms directly around the ship, crushing it as it tries to find a way to retreat. The arms tighten, and it does begin to constrict around the ship, smashing the top of the deck and crushing a bit of the hull on the other side, but not enough to shear the boat. Whew. It is Gillik's turn.
Gillik's going to try to find Keth.
Okay. Give me an investigation at disadvantage.
Okay. Well, it's not too bad. Investigation is 12.
Okay. You fly straight down into the water. The second you hit it, you're completely unable to see anything.
The abyss.
Yeah. You reach wildly in the water, you find nothing, and you burst back up above the surface.
Shit. Oh boy. Geth, come back. Can I still make an attack, or is that my turn?
You can make one attack.
Make one attack. All right. Give me back my friend. 21 to hit.
21 hits.
All right. 2. $27.
Nice. Okay. The upstanding sailors, they make one harpoon attack.
The fine appropriate gentleman.
That's a
Hey,
great...
they actually hit.
Oh.
Oh, and it's not bad.
Hey, let's go.
So they deal like 30 damage.
Wow.
Hell yeah. Fuck him up.
It lets out a screech. Horton says, "Yes! Bring me its head!" He's like, "No, seriously, bring me its head. It's worth a ton. We can fix the ship." Horton runs over and pulls out his cutlass and begins hacking at the arm that is wrapped around the ship, hoping to release it. He makes some hacks at it. Doesn't really do anything. The thunder booms once again, cracking off a few more bolts of lightning. This time, one of them goes for Gillik, one of them goes for Horton, and one of them goes for the ship itself again. Okay. Gillik, what was your dex save?
17.
All right, that's not enough.
Shit.
So... You and Horton both take 13 lightning damage.
Oh.
And the ship, the lightning cracks into the bow of the ship as well. Smashing a huge hole, burning, charring the edges. Thankfully, it's quite a bit above water, but it's not a good look. And now the Kraken's actions. It tries once again to squeeze the ship in half.
Cractions.
Yes, Cractions. It smashes it a little bit more, but it still doesn't shear through. It tries to grab at Gillik in the air with one of its arms. Misses. And it tries to sweep across the deck, which would smash Jennuvera. It hits for 20 bludgeoning damage, slamming you against the deck.
Ow.
Asher, it's your turn.
I would like to give the command to the water elemental, go save Keth.
Wait, I think I skipped Jennuvera. Did I skip Jennuvera?
Yes.
Never mind.
All right, Jennuvera, go.
I'm going to cast Synaptic Static again.
Okay.
Wait, no, I'm not. He was too lucky. I'm going to cast Vitriolic Sphere,
Ooh.
Okay.
which is a deck save, and I'm just hoping that he doesn't have quite as much. I was too lucky on 2 intelligence saves in a row, so I'm not going to bank on it.
Okay. What's the DC?
16.
Yeah, he avoids the vitriolic sphere. Explosion.
She makes him reroll.
With divination.
Yeah.
He rolled a 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see, you begin to cast the spell. The divination pendant glows for a moment, and you see a vision of how the spell will unfold, where the creature will just dodge, the acid will splash into the water, and you feel yourself pull that reality away toward one where the creature doesn't move. You fire off the spell, and it slams into the side of him, exploding out into this pop of acid that sprays all over his back.
Gross.
$44.
Nice.
Very good.
The creature lets out a huge shriek, retracting its arms as it tries to escape, but the acid burns away at its back, tearing open the flesh that has already been wounded. Blood seeps, and the creature goes still.
Yeah.
All right.
Hooray.
Y'all hate magic now, huh?
Where's Keth?
Oh, Keth's.
Turn into a murloc.
I send my water elemental to go find Keth.
Make an investigation at disadvantage.
Sure. Using its abilities, huh? So it's just wisdom? Or
Yeah, because it's still inky.
I like to help it floating over it, but I don't actually think I'd actually give it any help because it's all he's under complete darkness. So, okay, 6.
Okay.
All right.
I see where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Not quite enough, but
No.
I see where you're at.
Interesting, but I am
All right.
surveying over, trying to find it as well.
Okay. Kath, you are underwater, disoriented. It is completely dark. You do not know which way is up, which way is down. The salt water is pushing you, rushing around you, and this murky ink is in your way. What are you going to do?
All right, this is Mike talking. All right, so I never understood that. Like you're in the water. I've never not been able to tell which way is up.
Oh,
Like,
I
I've been-
have.
Really?
It was terrifying. So I was on a whitewater rafting trip, and I got sucked
Yeah.
into this loop underwater, and I had no idea where I was. And every time I tried to fight it, I just felt rocks, and so I just stopped moving, and eventually I came out of the water. But
Wow.
it was fucking crazy.
That sounds very terrifying.
I don't know if I believe it, but it sounds terrifying.
I can't empathize, but it sounds terrifying.
It was wild.
I feel like Keth at first would also, would also fight it and try and swim to what he thought was the surface. But
Give me a
that-
2 d10s, a d10 and a d10 percentile. So basically, you're giving me a 100.
Yeah. 43.
Okay. You push into the darkness, and you're just swimming into the void. You have no idea if you're going the right way. You have no idea what's happening.
But Keth in particular, I think, at maybe a moment's panic, but he's very trained at being able to control his emotions and physiology. So he stills his mind, and his body follows in suit. So he tries to stay still essentially and let the waters carry him.
Okay. Gebeddo, it's your turn.
It's dead, right?
It's dead. There's still a giant hole in the deck below you, filling with water, and Keth is missing. If you wanted to interact with either of those things, you may. Otherwise, You can, I don't know, take a nap. I'm not sure. Whatever you want to do.
I mean, hey, great work loading the spear up. You should probably go help out with that hole there, guy.
What do you expect me to do?
I mean, I don't know, what buckets, I guess.
What is he, a government worker?
Like, just bail? Not like leave, but like...
He looks at the hole next to you in the deck, or in the wall. It's like, I mean, I'll go see what I can do.
Gebeddo is now going to drop Blur, because he didn't end up needing that at all.
Whoa, weird.
I hate this guy.
Yeah, that like I can't see Keth, can I? Like, or like any
No.
indication of where he might be?
No. He's somewhere in the ocean.
I mean, from the gigantic fucking hole in the ship, because I'm kind of above.
No,
because
it's inky black. You can't see anything down into the water. He's somewhere
The
within.
ink doesn't dissipate when the Kraken dies?
No.
No, it's not magic ink. It's
just actual ink. He's just so you know for a fact he's somewhere within 70 feet of the boat.
great. Gebeddo is going to go up on deck then, I guess, and throw the life preservers, all of them, into the water. Yeah.
Okay, great. Horton's like,
I mean-
not all of them? Do you have to throw
Yeah.
them off the port side too? That's like lost money.
You've been on this boat with Keth for 3 months. Yes, I need to throw them off all the sides of the boat.
He throws one off the side of the boat.
Fucking Horton.
Let's be reasonable about this, man. Come on.
No, you're right. Gillik.
Gillik is going to use his channel divinity to make his hammer glow. He's going to use it as a light source to try to light up the ink, I guess, and fly around and make another dive, see if he can find Keth.
So you're flying around like fucking Thor with a lit up Mjolnir,
Basically.
like diving in and out of the water,
Yeah.
All I need is to be able to throw the hammer as a distance attack.
and
That's my new-
topless because you're not even wearing armor,
Right, I'm all jacked.
just
So much
shining
yoga.
in this. Gillik, we get it. Jesus, you look good. Help us find Keth already.
Gillik blushes.
Make an investigation check at disadvantage.
Which advantage?
Disadvantage.
15.
This one. Right here.
This my baby.
15?
15.
Okay. Yeah, you don't find him.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
You may.
Ooh, smart.
Clever.
Okay. All right. That's probably gonna have to be unless that's all my action. If I keep
No,
searching
I'll
for
say
him.
that is a clever solution to the puzzle. You cast Detect Magic. Keth begins to glow underwater. You see the Redeemers glowing.
Gillik makes a straight dive for him as soon as he sees him.
Yeah, you grab onto him. You are both now underwater.
Okay. I try to fly.
That's all you got. You're both underwater.
all I
You've
got.
wrapped your
Okay,
arms
great.
around him underwater.
Aw.
Horton says he's like, I'm gonna check the ship for any damage. I'm sure there's some.
Yeah, dude, there's a lot. Like, there's a whole bunch of water in the basement. Not the basement, whatever.
No, look at your diagram.
Shit, yeah, hold on. It's in the the hold and the bilge. It's
Oh.
crazy.
I'm sure Jacques taking care of that, right?
I mean, I hope so. There's also a gigantic hole in the guns area, and you're missing a cannon.
This is a very expensive trip. He walks down the steps.
There's a Kraken head in the water. You're welcome.
Jennuvera, what are you gonna do?
Oh, I'm gonna run around the ship and start casting mending on all of the.
Okay,
I'll,
yeah.
like, hold up a board to the hole and cast mending around it, and then
Yeah.
I'm so glad you have that spell.
Is this the first time you've been able to actually use it?
no, I use it every time we have
effectively?
to put a crystal together.
Yeah, but do you use it like? Is this the first time you've used it the right way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, you starting with the hole in the hold, you get down into the hold, and it is like waist deep in water. The water level is now like basically even with this hole, and the boat is sinking further and further. There are a bunch of sailors, including Jacques, trying to press things up against the wall to keep the hole from filling up, but it's futile. And you just walk up, you place a hand along the boards, you cast mending, and the boards reknit themselves to the wall, sealing the hole. And everyone just slowly turns to look at you.
She shrugs and says, "Magic."
Asher, what are you going to do?
Do I see Gillik, get Keth?
You see him burst down into the water. That's all you see.
Well, I'm just gonna kind of keep micromanaging the water elemental to try and find Keth, because I don't know that they found each other.
Yep.
At disadvantage, critical. No, a one. It's a one. It's a critical. He crits.
The water elemental bursts out of the inky area into clear water.
Doing great, bud. Try over where we're pretty sure he is.
He's also on the port side of the boat.
Oh, so he's like behind me.
Yeah.
Ah, damn it. And then I'd like to kind of there's not much I can do as an air elemental. I just kind of hover, hopefully looking too, because there's not much I can do right now.
So Keth, you were launched off the back of the Kraken. You were plunged into the water. You've tried to swim in a direction, but you had no luck. So you just let yourself rest. Suddenly, you are wrapped up once again by these strong arms that wrap onto you.
Yeah.
Yeah, he recognizes those arms right away.
Oh yeah,
I feel like he
all
does.
those hands-on assists during yoga.
All these we've bonded over the last several years.
Yeah.
Right,
And
that's true.
he tenses for a second, like a split second, not even a second, but realizes it's Gillik, and just kind of lets him just relaxes.
Okay. Gillik.
Out of curiosity, with Eyes of the Runekeeper, I'm able to see in magical and non-magical darkness. Can I see anywhere in this, or is it still... Yeah, okay.
No.
Different thing.
But you burst down in, so you still have your orientation about you.
Okay, then I'm going to start flying up.
Yeah.
How does that work with Cat?
Make a strength check.
Make a strength check? Okay.
No, please.
All right. That is a 20.
Okay, yeah. You burst up out of the water, breaking the surface. Keth hanging limply, where you are wrapped underneath his armpits, and you just fly up into the air, dragging Keth along, and you take him to the ship.
How you doing, buddy?
Woo! That was. Thank you.
Yeah,
thank
you're
you very
welcome.
much. I knew it was you. I knew it was you.
Yeah, you knew it was me. You weren't. How'd you know? How'd you know it was me?
I can just tell. I feel like we're like brothers now.
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah, I know.
I
I know
can
what
tell.
you mean. I
I
feel
can
you.
tell. You know. So I appreciate that. I was just hoping something would happen, and something happened, and I'm just happy to be alive.
Yeah. I'm glad you're here. I'm happy everything's okay. We should go check on the hole there's a hole in the boat. Let's go downstairs.
Oh. Well, we need this boat. I don't think we're close. Let's help out.
Yeah. We head downstairs.
Okay. The hole is now filled, but there is a ton of water down here, like waist deep. All right. The hole is repaired, but there is waist deep water down here.
Good work.
It's fine. We got a pearl.
Yeah. Gillik immediately just grabs some buckets and starts hauling water up and out.
Yeah, Gillick's like immediately in like worker mode. He's just like scooping up
just
bucket
like
brigade.
Brigade.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like a enchanted broom.
Right. He just doesn't stop working.
Jennuvera has cast Burning Hands, and she's just like trying to steam the water.
Okay.
Like she's trying to she doesn't know how else to.
Everyone dies because they're in boiling water.
Yeah, you're gonna boil the
there's
people.
there's no way that the radius of it. She's not casting fireball. She's casting
powerful.
Burning Hands.
She's so powerful.
Jacques is like, you do not have a faster way to soak up water, no?
No,
This might help.
I've done a lot.
And Gebeddo hands Jennuvera a bucket. And he shrugs.
No.
I mean,
She
Jennuvera,
screws up her face at him. Like, what am I supposed to do with that?
You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You also do not need to do this. We will just see what we can do with. I appreciate your help fixing holes. That was amazing.
Amazing.
Yes. It looks like maybe you did something with the Kraken. You just stood on the deck most of the time, but.
No, I killed it.
I mean, it looked like the harpoons killed it, but
No,
the acid at the end. Yes, that was acid was great.
No, but all before that, I made it think.
No, Jennuvera, do not misunderstand. I am certain that your magic was potent. And
Really, really great.
yes, I know that you are.
So this dumb superstition that magic is bad luck
No, I
needs to just toss right out with all this water.
But perhaps you have earned the goodwill of the sailors here today. No, I mean
She looks around.
they look terrified of you.
Well, I'm just gonna go back to my room.
No, please. I am sure the captain will want to speak with everyone on the deck, and there will be some call for celebration and some plans that must be made. Please, won't you join us for that?
I guess.
I mean, you don't have to. It's an invitation.
No, just if it's cool with everyone else.
Yeah, of course. It's nice.
She
out.
looks at the sailors.
They don't make eye contact.
Yeah, I'll just hang out in the back.
Gebeddo sends a message to one of the sailors and says, "I dare you to thumbs up right." I'm sorry. I dare you to give a thumbs up right now.
He looks at you, and he looks at her. And he
And
looks
he,
back at you.
Gebeddo nods a whole bunch.
He swallows hard twice, and then he slowly gives you a thumbs up and raises his eyebrows.
Jennuvera smiles.
So all of her teeth come out.
Yeah, he puts his thumb down and goes back to carrying the bucket.
Anthony, can I? So I land back on the ship, and I'd like to hoist the water elemental up to help it, push water out quickly. Is that a thing I could do?
Hoist the water elemental?
Well, yeah, put it on a boat over. I guess I don't know how I would get it up on the deck.
In bucket.
Yeah,
He just puts more water down below.
Don't worry, guys, I've got this.
the water elemental. I give the water elemental a bucket, and it's just whoosh, just swooshing through people.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a way.
The
I
water
could actually
elemental.
do that.
We'll say the water elemental clings to the side of the boat.
Yep. Oh, cool.
And washes up over the edge, and then
hand it a
washes
bucket.
down. No, it just washes its way down the steps, and everyone's like, "Whoa!" as water like comes rushing down in. It collects into the water there, and basically begins to spray it up and out like a porthole.
Like up the stairs. The dudes who are like walking up the stairs with a bucket just fall over.
Like, what the hell?
I'm helping.
And so eventually the hold is emptied out. After about a half hour or so, most of the holes have been patched up. There's still chunks of the ship missing or burned where there was nothing to mend. Like the pieces of it were actually like burned or destroyed. But the ship's in kind of rough shape, but it's sailable. There's a big crack on the deck from where the arm was squeezing. It's going to take hours to scrub it, now. You can't just scrub the deck. There's this big rift in it. The captain does call everyone together for a discussion. He and Jacques are standing up on the raised section, and he says, "All right, we've taken a lot of losses from this, but I really appreciate everyone's work, and we've lost a few lives. We've lost some supplies, some gear. A lot of the stuff in the hold is worthless now. We're going to have to stop for resupplying. We don't have enough food to make the journey and to make it back. So we're going to...
This is some bullshit. Anthony wanted us to go to this damn island. He tried to convince us to steal from the people there. We wouldn't do it. So now he's just forcing us to restock.
This is a different island, but that's fine.
Okay.
We'll never know because we didn't accept the stealing mission. So
Yeah.
we don't know what island that was.
We've all done that DM trick, Anthony.
It's been Anthony's purpose the whole time.
The tower isn't on the hill. It's in the forest that you decided to go in instead. Just mysteriously.
We're going to have to stop for restocking and resupply. However, we're about 3 days away from the vortex once we stop. So get yourselves together because this trip's almost over.
Asher does very quietly.
Hooray.
That water elemental's still there, by the way.
He's just standing with you.
It's like hovering over everyone.
I wanted to address a bit of a concern I think some of you might be having. As you may or may not have noticed, many of our guests have been doing things that are outside the realms of what you may be regularly familiar with.
Asher gasps.
I don't want to hear any squabbles or fights. Those are our guests, and they are to be treated as the saviors of your lives that they are. They rescued
Jennuvera
you today.
Smiles.
Even if they're angrily baring their teeth at you, just treat them like the heroes they are, because I don't think we would have survived against that creature if they hadn't been here today. So I wanna give them a thank you, a round of applause.
Yeah, two of the guards two of the pirates that
Pirates? Who said anything about fucking pirates?
Sorry. Two of the seafaring gentlemen of upstanding moral worth who were bailing water downstairs come up and had been starting to bail the water elemental. And when Horton said, "Oh, they have to give him a standing a round of applause," they put their buckets down and clapped.
The water elemental also claps, and it just causes a huge. It just splash every time. Coats everyone in a fine mist. The water elemental sneezes. Everyone gets
all right, everyone.
It's all the ink. Just excuse me. Sorry.
All right, everyone, back to work.
And then they finish bailing the water elemental over the side.
I give him
Right. Now he's
I
on the
kind
other
of give him
side.
daps, and then he like falls over basically.
Horton comes down to the five of you with Dujac with him, and he says, "That was impressive."
Yeah, I can't wait to get half of however much this head
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah, that would be. What do you mean? What do you?
Well,
what do
when
you mean by half seems aggressive? I mean, look. There's a lot of repairs to this ship that need to happen. That wouldn't need to happen if we weren't on this voyage.
Man, can you imagine how much more expensive it would be if you just fucking died?
No, it would not be expensive at all. It would cost me nothing.
He has a point. He does have a point.
I'm just saying, these Krakens out here, they're dangerous. These are dangerous waters. I'm certain I told you these are dangerous waters.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm also pretty sure I told you, this was a trip that not many people would take. You know, you're lucky.
Yeah.
You're lucky I'm out here. So I think this is...
And you're lucky we're out here. I think half is good, dude, because honestly, I was thinking 60-40 at first, but then I decided to be a nice guy.
No, I
and
think
say half.
60-40 feels a little more reasonable. We'll take 60.
I can't wait to see what you do with your 40%.
So no. So here's what I'm actually thinking. You're right, though. An equitable distribution seems good. Everyone tried really hard today. Some people lost their lives. I'd like to send some money back to their family, but that's fine.
Yeah, but
we don't
you
have
won't.
to. They aren't here.
Right.
So
I mean,
here's
you won't, and B, it is fine.
So here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we just split it evenly among the 28 people on this crew. So you will each get a 28th share of whatever it is that we sell this for.
Honestly, that sounds fine to me. I don't think this backfired the way that you thought it would.
No, it didn't backfire. I was being reasonable. A 28th share seems reasonable to me.
Even for the Yep guy?
Yep. Hey adventurers, DM Anthony here again. I just want to remind you that there are lots of ways to support the show. Head on over to patreon.com/adventureinc. Tell your friends about the show. Rate and review us on iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts. Links and more can be found at adventureinc.podbean.com. Thanks everyone, we'll see you next week.